Hey everybody, it's Amanda with Sugar Beast Gifts Decor and More. Welcome back to my channel. I gotta get in the habit of watching the little green light. Today we're going to test out our WF-2830 that we've converted over to sublimation. I'm just gonna do a quick little design within Silhouette. We're gonna use some patterns. We're gonna do some knockouts. If you want a more detailed screenshot of this, how to do this, just let me know down in the comment section below. But mainly, I just want to test out this printer, and then we're going to apply it on a 100% polyester shirt. So I'm going to do this design real quick. I'll talk through it. But like I said, if you need a separate video visually showing you how to do it, just let me know down below and I'll do it. So I want to do a serape pattern with maybe like some distressed leather at the bottom. So I'm going to go grab my serape pattern. So I'll try to turn you around, but you probably won't be able to see it. And you can buy these images offline. You can design them yourself, whichever you prefer. So, and I went ahead and set my paper size up in Silhouette to the 8.5 by 14, just so I'll know to stay within those parameters. And of course, you know, you can either do it portrait if you want it more narrow, or you can do it landscape if you want the print more wide. So we're just going to bring in our serape pattern here, and then let's see, we're going to go in and pick a font because we're going to do a knockout on this. So let's pick something kind of, you want something thick, a thick font when you're doing a knockout, especially with a pattern in it, because you want to be able to, you know, you want to be able to see the pattern. Trying to figure out, what do I want to use? We're going to use Goudy Stout. This is the one thing that annoys me about Silhouette. So, you know, I've clicked on that 1,000 times to get my font to come up. And sometimes it doesn't automatically grab that font. So, and I spelled that name right. Autumn. Right. Okay, so I've chosen my bold font here, and I'm going to go in, I'm going to change the color, the fill color and the line color on that. First, you'll need to select your pattern, your object. It doesn't matter what color you change it to. I just find that this really helps when you're doing knockouts, so you can see it. So I'm just going to place it within my pattern. I'm going to do something kind of big so we can see it. So I'm going to skew this a little bit. I'm going to jack with the aspect ratio. Normally I wouldn't take this and stretch it up and down or from side to side. Usually I grab the corners and pull it out, or go into my modification panel and lock my sizes down because you don't want it all distorted and stretched out. But I think we're going to be okay just doing this. Okay, so you've got your pattern. This is how you want them to lay out. And like I said, I'll do a more visual video if you need me to. But when you're doing a knockout with a pattern, you want your pattern on top and your font behind it. So once you create your pattern, or once you create your font, whether it be a name or whatever you're using, I like to take it and put it on top first, size it out, place it where I want it on the pattern, and then I'm going to right click and I'm going to send that to the back. So do all your layout first before you send your font to the back. So now we've sent it to the back. Now I'm going to highlight all of this. And you'll know you've grabbed your font that's in the back when you see your box within there, because it's going to highlight everything. Then you go over to your modification panel and you click crop. So I don't know if you can see that from here. Let's see here. That's what it looks like now. So easy peasy. Easy peasy. Just a quick design. Like I said, we're just testing this today. All right. I'm going to group that together, and I want this to have a outline. So what color do I want to use? Let's just use a black. Oh, let's just use black. I think black would be more predominant looking here. So I'm going to bring my, I can show you how to do these outlines as well, or offset. Okay, I think that looks good. Now I'm going to bring my initial design out of that, group my outline together, because I want to do a little work to this outline before I weld them all together. So I want to change, of course, the line color to black. Then I want to go into my fill color and change that to black as well. All right. Now, sublimation is a little bit different than vinyl. Normally, if I was doing a offset with 2 colors in vinyl, I would take my original font and knock it out of this black up here, because you never want to layer HTV on top of each other, because it needs a vinyl needs fabric to adhere to. HTV doesn't adhere well to each other. You're going to start to see some peeling. You're going to start to see some smearing. It doesn't look good. So never do that. Just as a rule of thumb to yourself. But with sublimation, we don't have to worry about this, because we're not cutting anything out. We're not layering anything. We're just printing. Oh, I think that looks cute. So now this is how it looks now. Very nice. So let's print it. I'm going to take you over here, and we're going to put our sublimation paper in and all that good stuff. Say good morning to Bob. I always say good morning to Bob. Okay. So this is the shirt I'm going to be putting on. I don't even think this brand is sold anymore. It's a Sublimation, but it's 100% polyester. I did a buyout of a bunch of shirts, and these just happened to come in it. But these are 100% polyester. They're used sizes. I never used them for anything. I think we tried to tie-dye them. And tie-dye, in case you didn't know, keep on looking at my hand, tie-dye does not work on sublimation, or on 100% polyester. So I got my sublimation paper in yesterday. As I told you, our printer can accommodate 8.5 by 14 inches. And this is a sub paper. And we got this from a seller on Etsy. And that link is in the last video where I'm showing you all the printer and everything that I purchased to go along with it. But this was from an Etsy seller. I think it was, AZ Lily Designs or OHAX. I cannot remember. So, of course, we've already got our printer set up for sublimation. You know, the people that we purchased our ink through on Etsy set that up for us. So I open my paper up, and you get this nice little chart here that helps you know the temperature your press should be at, the time you should press it, and what pressure you should use. And they have a pretty thorough list here. They give you temperature, time, and pressure for metal plates, fiberglass, ceramic mugs, ceramic tiles, plaques, hard boards, glass, mouse pads, and textile applications. Textile applications would be garments. So I've already got my press at 400, and we're going to bump the temperature down to 40 seconds. Actually, I'm going to put it at 50 just to have a happy medium, because who knows what this chart is based off of. So this is a test. So if that 10 degrees is going to make a difference, then we know not to do it again. But I will not be tossing this. So now we have our paper. Get this opened up and put it in our printer. And remember, on that design I just made, we're going to have to mirror it. Because we want our design to print in reverse. So, just remember to do that. I did not show that, but just for your own sake, just remember to do that. So, I'm going to keep this wrapped up real tight. I don't know. Does it say anything about storage? Okay, sublimation paper, it needs to be stored in a shady, cool, dry place, which the garage is perfect. It needs to stay in its original packaging, so we're going to leave it in the box because they say you need to avoid having it roll up. So we're just going to leave it in its original box, and the temperature down in the garage should be fine. So we're just going to set that to the side. Make sure our printer is on here. All right, I'm going to go over to my computer, I'm going to mirror my image, and we're going to send it to print. Okay. Yeah, just remember to mirror your image before you send it to print, and also to go into your printer settings, and you want to pick the highest print quality that your printer offers. This looks to be photo paper, where you get the highest quality. You can pick premium presentation matte paper if you want. So just remember that. And I don't know why my Silhouette's having a moment. So we're going to go ahead and get our shirt ready. Remember, not only do you want to put parchment paper on top of your shirt, but you want to put it inside as well so you don't have any bleed. I just get parchment paper from the Dollar Tree. You get close to 8 yards out of this, so that's a good bit. But you can also buy packs of parchment paper that are pre-cut. This works just as well for me. I think I get more for my $1 out of this. Let me see if I have some more already cut, because I think I'm running low. So rips really easily. So I'm going to go ahead and put this inside my shirt. And I'm also going to test to see whether or not you have to take everything down. Now my press doesn't create a lot of static to where I have to worry about a lot of movement. But I see everybody taping every design down. I understand it on cups and plates and such. They're kind of a slick surface where stuff would move around, but I don't think that would apply, in my mind, to fabrics. So we'll see. Like I said, this is our test run. We're just seeing how this printer is going to work, what how the print itself is going to look when it's done. Just the versatility of it. So let me see what's up with Silhouette. Okay, it's trying to shut down, so hopefully we can recover our document that we just made and we won't have to start over. So okay, I'm just gonna X out of it because I'm not gonna make you guys wait on this. Okay, it's starting back up. So we're gonna go ahead and press our shirt just to get the wrinkles out. Just gonna give it a good 10-second press. Yeah, I think it's pretty smooth now. Okay, let's see if we can recover this document really fast. I might have had too many things I was working on within Silhouette, so it may have said, no, Amanda, we don't like that. Let's not do that. Actually, I'm going to switch it over to premium presentation paper on my Epson. Your printer may be different. So, but I still was able to choose the high quality print, so I'm not too concerned. Here comes the print. Let's see how it looks. Okay. It was just saying that the paper size was different. And I just had to tell it to pull from the rear feed. As far as the speed of the print, I hear that this is normal. As if you were printing a high, a vivid photo on photo paper, it's not much different. I'd assume it would be a little bit faster if you were using a wide format printer, a commercial wide format printer. So this is how our design looks. Very colorful. I'm glad we went, in a way, I'm glad we went with the black. Maybe should have went with the blue, because it looks like maybe the black is kind of the dominant color in here. I'm actually going to cut this off because I don't want to waste this entire piece of paper. So, as you all know, if you watched a fair amount of my videos, I'm all about saving as much money as I can to help my bottom line. So I just cut that off. So let's see if we can press this and not have to worry about, now this is not the correct proportion for this shirt. It's not at all. It's probably not even, I'm fairly sure it's not even correct placement. So we've got our press heated up to 400. Since I do not have one of the higher brand presses, they recommended 40 seconds. I've put mine at 50. So we'll see if this makes a difference or not. We're not going to tape it down. We're going to see if it moves. It shouldn't. But we have our parchment paper inside our shirt, and we're going to layer another sheet of parchment paper over the top of our print. So let's hit this with medium pressure according to our directions for 50 seconds. So fingers crossed. Dust bunny flying around. I like to pick up my work area as I go, just so I don't have a ton to clean up at the end of the day. All right, roughly 20 seconds to go. Okay. All right. Ooh, I'm so excited, y'all. That is so nice. All right, let's take this other piece out. So flipping nice. Look at that. I'm trying to put my hand behind it because this light's wanting to shine through it. Step over here in the light. How about that? We'll get right underneath this light so you can see. But how nice is that? That is so nice. So nice. And that is on a 100% cotton. You know that you're going to get your most vibrant colors from 100% cotton. I love that. Love it. Isn't that great? So far, let me put you back up, right. So far, no complaints about the WF-2830. No complaints about the ink that we used from, in the cartridges that we used from, what was her name? Leslie's Baked Goods on Etsy. Please refer to that last video to get all the links for the products that we use today. The printer, the A-sub paper. Like I said, these t-shirts aren't sold anymore, but there are several dealers that you can purchase sublimation shirts for. All you have to do is type in sublimation in the search bar. And I designed this, like I said, using Silhouette. If you need a more detailed instruction on how to design within Silhouette to set up for sublimation, let me know. I can do a screen recorded video, but love it. I love the way this looks. That just looks great. Just great. And I like the feel of sublimation because there is no feeling as opposed to vinyl. We don't have to worry about cracking like with screen print and vinyl. That's just so nice. So very nice. You can't feel a thing, and that's just very vibrant to me. Now the next thing we're going to be trying out, not in this video because I'm going to have to do a little bit more designing, is we're going to print on the tumblers and the phone cases in the license plate. So I'll probably set all those designs up and do all these in one video, just so y'all can see everything works. Now the phone cases and the license plates, we're just going to use the press, but for the cups, we're going to have to use the oven. Now I don't have any of that shrink wrap material yet, but I always have plenty of heat tape in stock. So we're going to tape it up real good and pop it in the toaster oven and see how well that works. That's going to be another something I'm going to have to see how it works, is using the toaster oven for the tumblers. I want to make sure that I can get an even heat application to the cup, because my oven that I use for clay, you can't stand the cups up inside there, so you have to lay them down. but I do see a lot of people using these types of ovens and actually air fryers, so I'm fairly confident that this will work, but it's going to be one of those, I gotta wait and see. And as you can see, we did not have to tape this down. On fabric, I know that's not going to be the same case with other substrates like glossy phone cases, cups, and license plates. So, but fabric, I think you'll be okay not using a bunch of tape. So, but that's solely up to you. All right, so we're going to get prepped for the next video. I've got some other work I've got to get out, but if you need a further detailed video on this, or if you need a more detailed video on how to set up a knockout using patterns in Silhouette, I'll be glad to do a screen recorded video, but you just have to let me know down below. So until next time, toodles, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you back here soon.